My name is Sharon Powell, and I'm here to talk to you about a very serious personal problem. Our mental health system is crazy. It is insane how we treat people with mental illness. If you had a heart attack, you would likely think that you would end up in the hospital with your loved one at your side, getting professional medical treatment. Here in America, in the land of the free, if you have a mental illness, there are more odds that you're going to be in jail or on the streets than in a hospital. If you think mental illness does not affect you, you're wrong. Over half of Americans will be diagnosed with some kind of mental illness in their lifetime. Over 25% will have a diagnosable, treatable mood disorder. That's a lot of people. One in 10 are receiving adequate medical care. You are more likely, 3 times more likely, to be incarcerated in jail than in a hospital if you have mental illness. What did they do wrong? This is for not even committed a crime. This is not okay. What we're doing is not working. We have poor recovery and many hospitalizations. In the U.S., adults with serious mental illness, about 2/3, 4.5 million Americans go without treatment for mental illness every day. Why did it happen? In 1840, we had the institutional care model, and we transitioned from the institutional care model to deinstitutionalizing people with mental illness. But we did not provide the infrastructure for serving those individuals. So they ended up by increasing numbers, our homeless population, and being treated like criminals. This comes from uniteforsight.org and from the National Sheriff's Association and Treatment Advocacy Center. The same percentage of people who were treated in the jail system in 1840 is the same in the year 2000. 20%. Have we moved away from the Dark Ages? I don't think so. Some of these primitive restraints that you see here, we're putting them on people right now by throwing them in jail or throwing them on the street without a home, without food, without proper medicine, without treatment. Take a look at these feet. These could be your feet, your sister's feet, your brother's feet, your mother's, your daughter's, could be anyone's feet. There's someone who is homeless. Is this okay? Is this okay with you? No. In 1955, there was 1 bed for every 300 people to serve people with mental illness. In the year 2005, there was 1 bed for 3,000. This comes from the National Sheriff's Association and Treatment Advocacy Center. More outpatient services are needed. Does this cost us financially? Yes. The current system that we have is very costly, and it provides minimal care. Almost 9% of all admissions to the hospital were due to some kind of mental illness. The average cost of each admission is over $14,000. Who pays for that? Oftentimes, we as taxpayers do. 64.5% were paid for by Medicaid and Medicare. The Opening Doors program is an innovative program in Georgia in which one advocate went to our government with this soda kind of prop here, and told a story about a person with mental illness who had got off their medicine, walked out of the store without their soda. This soda cost $1,600 and 21 days for this person with mental illness in jail. The program, the Opening Doors to Recovery program in Georgia, provides supports, therapy, a mentor program with connections. Personal connections with people are super important to the treatment of mental illness. Also medication, transportation, just some basic needs. Will we save? Yes, there'll be lots of savings. And how are we going to do that? We're going to follow the lead of this program and put it on the front end, put the money on the front end of serving individuals with mental illness. The quality of life is improved, and that is priceless. The financial savings might be the average stay for a person with a mental illness is $1,600 a day in the hospital. We will have better employment rates, increased education, friendship, family, connections. I challenge you today, if you're an intellect, I challenge you to learn. If you have time to give, I challenge you to volunteer. If you're well-spoken, I challenge you to advocate. I challenge you to do something today. Look up your local NAMI group. That's National Alliance for Mental Illness. Learn, support, do. When we change the system, everyone wins. Everyone wins. And I'll end with a quote from Maya Angelou: when you know better, you do better. I got a pan.